years.
Wow. What about, do you watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
No.
You watch it, Joey.
I do love Lisa Vanderpump.
I watch a little bit. Lisa's great.
Lisa's fabulous.
We had dinner with her not so long ago.
We see her at the Pump restaurants in West Hollywood, California, and we see her always dressed to the nines with that little dog and that husband. So fabulous, really. Cocktail rings on every finger.
I was just in New Jersey before the Hamptons. I stayed with Dr. David, Dolores's ex.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very
so he's
fun.
we're very close with Dr. David. And of course, Dolores is still my pal. So
we love Dr. David.
Joey has thousands of socialite friends.
You really do, Joey.
He does.
I mean, well, you're friends with Joan Collins and Janice Dickinson, so that's as good as it gets, as far as I'm concerned.
Doris Roberts used to come over all the time. Doris Roberts, don't step on me. She used to come into this house, and she would just sit down, and she said, Joey would ask her, "What would you like?" She goes, "You know what I like. I like the champagne and the fluke." Because he would have plastic cups for everyone else, but
never.
Doris would come out with the champagne Cristal Fluke.
Yeah, she would. Dom Perignon, that was her champagne. I'd always give a whole bottle.
I've been to one of your dinner parties, Joey, so I know you know how to throw a great dinner.
Joey can cook. Believe it.
Well, thank you.
What about you, Janice? I mean, you've done so much reality TV. Would you ever consider joining Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Do you know?
They couldn't handle me. They couldn't handle me. I would have them shrink in less than between a time a leaf falls from a tree. They would shake and quiver. You know, I could mark them and get them where they breathe. And you know what? They're all easy. They're easy shots, but they pretend to be so uppity. And they're not uppity. They're just hags. Beverly Hills hags. They're hags of Beverly Hills.
Real hags of Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Well, maybe that could be a new show.
Andy Cohen doesn't like.
We should be the fag hags of Beverly Hills.
I scare Andy Cohen for some reason.
Why? Why do you say that?
I once went up to Andy Cohen to pitch a late night talk show. And as soon as I left and he took the idea, he ran with it and did late night with Andy Cohen. So Andy, I have a bone to pick with you. That was my idea.
Where did you pitch this to him?
Him up at Bravo Studios in New York City. I went in there pitching I wanted my own late night talk show, and he was the head of the network. So he's not letting anybody get in there, even the tacky housewives. Never, never, never.
You would have been good with a late night talk show on Bravo.
Oh, hell yes.
She still would be, but you know.
Hell yes.
And then what? Like right after that?
An album. It's much more fun to be in the gay underground, trust me, and still be out there fabulous, looking at all the twinks coming in and dancing and jumping up and down. It's great to have freedom.
And what, right after that, Watch What Happens Live like started after you pitched this idea?
It did. Right after I pitched the idea, it came on like 6 months later. And I was like, you know what? That was my idea.
Allegedly.
He's a tacky queen. Tacky.
Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly.
You're gonna kill us.
You're not an Andy Cohen fan, huh?
No, but I am an Anderson Cooper fan.
We like Anderson, right?
Yes.
That's his best friend.
But congratulations to Andy for being a new papa. I'll give him that. I'll give him credit for that.
2 children, and Anderson has 2 children now.
Good for him. It has seemed to soften him a little. He's still, you know, whippersnapper funny. But it has softened him around the edges, and he needed that.
That's what children will do to you, right?
A severe weight loss.
Do you have other than, of course, your own brilliant JDMA, do you have a favorite reality show you've ever done? I mean, you know, Surreal Life, you roomed with Rachel Yucatel on Dr. Drew.
Oh my God, that was to die for. You know, hearing all the Tiger Woods secrets. Hello.
Get me out of here. I'm a celebrity.
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. I'm about to go to Johannesburg, South Africa to do another reality show in the jungle, starving myself, which is not a problem because I don't really look forward to meals except for Joey's. And that's going to take place on the same old big shows they have on ITV and out of Great Britain. So another celebrity, get me out of here, I will be doing in Johannesburg. And I have no idea what the jungle in Johannesburg is going to be like. I have no idea. So I'm going in, you know, blinded by the light, and we shall see.
Well, you made it to you did really well last time.
I did. I really did.
That was Australia.
You almost won. So in 15 years later. I mean, so listen, it's a good diet, right? You go back in the jungle, you know.
I still look the same. I could go
Yeah.
back.
15 years ago.
Has
That
it
is
been 15? How does he
crazy.
know?
You probably watched it
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
15 years ago. I
It was-
stayed at the Saatchi Hotel in a
You
suite
did?
with my own private
Well,
swimming
I was
pool
in the
and
fucking
butler,
jungle.
and she was in the jungle getting
You know.
eaten alive by
No, I never
mosquitoes.
got eaten alive because I'll give you a secret about mosquitoes. They don't like vitamin B2 in your system. I was taking handfuls of vitamin B2 pills before I went into the jungle, which I have to start doing now to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
the mosquitoes away and the no-see-ums. And believe me, when a bee comes near you and he doesn't want to settle on your skin, this is a plus in my book: bees and wasps and mosquitoes and no-see-ums.
So that's what you got to do to keep the bugs away from you.
Vitamin B2.
What do you think? Are there any other supermodels of today's day and age, like the youngins, like Kaya Gerber? Like, do you like her? Like, is there
Oh,
anyone
I
else?
love the Kai Gerber. Love her. And she's with that cute Austin Butler. What's not to love about
From the Elvis? Yeah.
Melvis fame? Can you imagine?
I am the only one that has not seen that movie.
You,
I mean,
Me too. I
you
haven't
and
seen it.
Joey, what's wrong with you people?
Because I can't show cheat. Andrew and I have a rule. He's out of town in Laguna for a gig. So
Andrew's a great artist.
we always have
Yes.
we always have a commit that we always watch the shows together or movies together. So I can't see it before him.
Well, I cheat.
So
I
I'm
cheat.
waiting for him to get back.
I do cheat on Rocky. I cheat on my husband, and I'll sneak off with my daughter and go.
it's
see.
literally playing right down the street here in Sag Harbor. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
literally across the street.
Excuse, David. Get on the Elvis shtick.
You know what it is? There's so much. I'm always so busy. It's hard to take time and just sit
That's
in a
not
movie.
true.
Yeah, but you're guilty
That's
of that. You
not
know
true.
that's your
You
thing.
make the time.
You have to make the time.
You have to make the time.
What do you do during the day? What's a typical day for David?
He's just getting up at 3:00. having his-
No. I'm crazy. I did go out last night. I had a few drinks. I still got up at 5:30.
Where?
I went to this place called Ponte. It's new in Bridgehampton for
Ooh.
dinner. It's across from Bobby Van's. It wasn't
Okay.
bad. It was okay. Kind of like Italian. It
Hmm.
wasn't bad, but
We
I
got restaurants to be seen. We don't go there to eat.
yeah, exactly. We go there to be seen. It's a great scene. I had a few drinks up at 5:30. I was in the gym by 6
Oh,
a.m.
good for
Okay,
you.
good for you.
Wow.
Gotta
That's
sweat it
commitment.
out. Sweat it
That's
out.
commitment.
Yeah, that's good.
Detox to retox, or is it the other way around?
Detox. You know what it is? I know that if I didn't go, then like today I'd be like, oh my God, now
No.
I'm pissed off that I went out.
Actually,
last night.
that'll kill your hangover. That a good workout. That's the best cure for a hangover.
It helped. And then I come back to my desk and by like 7:15 a.m. I usually start working. And then I
You're
just work all day.
unbelievable. Do you go back to, then you take a nap until 3 and then you wake up and say, oh, I just woke up.